heart of the Chinese medical field is the understanding that sexual vitality is the key to life's vitality. The elites of ancient China were immersed in the idea of strengthening their bodies and lengthening their lives. They had abundant money, abundant power, and abundant sexual partners, and they wanted to be sure that they lived long enough to enjoy all of it. I began working with this subject matter when I saw that my patients, as they began to heal, found their love lives brightening and sparkling. Without discussion, without psychotherapy, without reevaluation, just as their bodies grew stronger, their vitality grew stronger, their sex lives grew stronger. It allows us to see that which is magnificent and sacred and holy and sparkling and delightful in our partners. If we were to turn our sexual attitudes toward that which is possible, rather than that which is already occurring, then we can move toward becoming an expert, or better yet, a master, or better yet, an artist. Even though we're surrounded by sex everywhere in our culture, it's a very undervalued tool. Most families don't consider planning ahead for their sexual life. What would you like your sex life to be at 40, 50, 60, 70 years old? When we make love, we literally generate electromagnetic energy. You know how when you get turned on, you get warm. Heat is a form of energy, and the friction of intercourse generates more heat. When you learn how to harness that energy rather than expel it after making love, then you're able to capitalize on it and use the energy generated by the act of making love to live your life, to become more creative with, to develop skills. In terms of the differences between men and women, the seduction process is a very important aspect of lovemaking to look at. We need to be seduced very differently. I look at what we call yin-yang theory, one of the oldest cosmologies in human thought. We have documentation this theory is over 5,200 years old. The idea of duality. Men and women are yin and yang, respectively, and we need to work with the understanding that there are those basic differences in order to facilitate ideal seduction processes. Yin takes much longer to be stimulated. It is like water. It takes a long time to bring water to a boil, but once it's hot for a very long time. Yang energy, the masculine, we equate it to fire. It's quick to be ignited, but it's quick to be extinguished. We are afraid of how dynamic and forceful sexuality is. God forbid we should talk about the sacredness and the delight and the love. We call it making love. What is it like in our bedrooms? We need to nurture and build the skills in our sex life, just as we have to build skills in every other area of our life.